The Fed is set to cut rates in December, and maybe more importantly, quantitative tightening is ending. Now, QT began on April 22nd. That's when the Fed began to shrink its balance sheet and is set to end on December 1. The last time there was QT ending was from January 2018 to September 2019. And if we look back at that period of time, when the Fed ended QT on September 4th, 2019, the S&P embarked on a rally of 17% over 16 trading days. So I think with, again, the same kind of couple day lag, I think the same effect's going to happen.
Hey guys, Chan here at TenX Profit, where we try to front run the manipulation before it hits. In today's video, I need to show you something extremely important. Bitcoin is gearing up for a new all-time high. But before that happens, there's one last move the market makers are setting up for, and it's designed to liquidate anyone who isn't paying attention. So right now, the Bitcoin chart looks strong. The hidden data beneath the surface is telling a completely different story. There's a ton of leverage in the system, and whenever the market's overloaded like this, Bitcoin does not move gently. It will snap big up or big down. So let's take a look at this chart. This is Bitcoin's option here. Let's take a look at this chart. This is Bitcoin options open interest. If this is your first time seeing it, think of it like a pressure gauge. When it spikes, it means traders are piling into leverage, and that gives market makers a perfect excuse to force a major shakeout. And right now, open interest is near the highest levels we've seen in all cycle. When open interest gets this elevated, one thing is almost guaranteed. A huge move is coming, not sideways, not slow. A violent liquidation move designed to take money from overconfident traders. And this is the part most beginners misunderstand. Before Bitcoin breaks into new all-time high, it almost always drops first. So not because the bull run is over, but because the whales want to collect cheap Bitcoin before sending it higher. We call this the Wyckoff spring. Okay, so if you're not familiar with Wyckoff method, so right here we have the accumulation area. Is basically when stocks or the market, or in this case Bitcoin, is oversold, and before it starts going up, it's going to get into the accumulation stage or area, and that's where we are at the Bitcoin right now at this current cycle. As you can see here, Bitcoin is now starting to break this downtrend ever since October that we were on. As you can see here, it's been coming down and forming this downtrend, and now it's forming a wedge, and it finally broke today for December the 9th. It finally broke. We did allude to this multiple times in past videos about Bitcoin starting to break up, and the shorts are going to get wrecked. So if you didn't follow along, you would have been wrecked if you were shorting Bitcoin. But we are not out of the woods just yet, because we need to hold this level above the above this 93 area here. So as long as we're holding over 92,000, Bitcoin would potentially be making a new leg past this downtrend. With every Bitcoin breakout, most likely there's going to be a sell-off. It's going to align exactly with the past history. So normally Bitcoin breaks up like the way it is going right now. It's going to come back down. It's going to shake the weak hands. Once the weak hands get shaken out, and hopefully it stays above this level here, and then it's going to go back up, break above this level here, and then it's going to come back down again to form this base, and then it's going to run back up that way. And that's exactly how most breakouts work. So we're hoping that this is going to play out the way that we are stating here. The reason why we believe this breakout is sustainable is because there's low volatility here. As you can see, this is the volatility index. It's not the VIX, but it's the Williams fixed VIX. So you can see here, this is basically the green is where the high volatility was, and we did have it spiking, and now it's starting to decrease. When it's decreasing like this, the volatility has decreased, and that makes room for Bitcoin to go up without a lot of manipulation. So we believe this is the manipulation part that causes the weak hands to be liquidated, so they can pick up more shares or liquid, I guess you could say, Bitcoin, and then they're going to run it back up again. and along the way they're going to shake out weaker hands in order for them to take more of the weak hands money, liquidity, in order for them to run it up even higher from there. So as you can see here, the trend exhaustion is starting to go back up here. We did have this reversal. We did discuss this already in the past videos of Bitcoin. We did flip for the trend speed analyzer, which gauges the momentum. And we are starting to form a little momentum here. So this is a little concerning. We want this to be a little bit more bigger for it to be like this bar here. So we want it to gradually go up, just like this. So we want to see this gradual up green, just like that, bars, and then you're going to see the price going up with it. So that's what we want to see the next following days, this green bar here to be going up and getting bigger and stronger for the momentum to be forming the new leg up. And we believe we could be breaking new all-time highs based on what Tom Lee has stated as well. So this is aligning exactly how he's stating and how the charts are lining up with exactly what we believe is going to happen with Bitcoin as well too. So we can see here the Bollinger Bands RSIs starting to creep up, trying to go back up here. It did break the middle line here, and we do have a lot of room left for it to move. As you can see, it's not oversold just yet. So we want this to continue going. As I here, we don't have that sell sign yet. So when that happens, we'll make another video and warning you if we are near that again. So we have a lot of room to move here. We want the bars to go up, the green bars to go up for the momentum to start increasing. And then we also have the trend exhaustion here. It's just picking up steam. It's not oversold just yet, so we still have a lot of room. As you can see here, where it went up and it started becoming overheated, and then Bitcoin sold off from there. So we're nowhere near that area here, and we are still low volatility. So low volatility is very good. Another thing, the VIX, to confirm that we are at the levels here. We want this to maintain below the level of 16 or 15 for the VIX. The VIX is the volatility index that we believe, as long as it stays within this range here of the 15, 16, and as well as the 14, stays within here, we believe that the low volatility is going to allow Bitcoin to creep up, going higher and higher, because we do not want this spike to go up, because when the VIX spikes up, the market falls down. So we want this to stay within this range here. Again, we covered this multiple times in the past videos. You can see the liquidity for the M2 money supply is continue going up. So that means the liquidity is still flowing into the market. It's just a matter of if it's making it into the markets or not. But there is a lot of money printing going on in the basement of the US dollar. So you definitely do not want to be holding US dollar. We want to be holding it into hard assets like Bitcoin. But we also want to touch on a company that just open for trading today, and that is 21 Capital. So the 21 Capital, it just made its debut today. It is selling off right now here. It's sitting at $11.43. This is a company founder of Jack Muller's 21 Capital to become the largest New York Stock Exchange listed Bitcoin Treasury company, second only to Strategy overall. Okay, so that's a good thing here. So 21 Capital goes public with $4 billion in Bitcoin. So 21 Capital was established earlier this year with Tether, Bitfinex, SoftBank, and Cantor Fitzgerald, injecting around 42,000 Bitcoin to seed the new treasury. Okay, so we believe this stock has the potential for this to be a long-term conviction stock, but as of right now, it's still new. It's still fairly new. It is a SPAC, so it still has some risk to it, but it has a high risk, high reward potential to it. The fact that it's holding Bitcoin in their balance sheet and their strategy is to follow MicroStrategy or strategy. So we believe that if they succeed in following MicroStrategy's strategy and holding all the Bitcoin, and now with Bitcoin breaking out, we believe 21 Capital could be a next contender. So at this price of $11, we believe that it could 10 extra profits. So if you want to get in at these levels, it to me is a no-brainer. But again, keep in mind, it's not a recommendation. It's a high risk, high reward type of trade or investment. We are investing into this. Again, we're playing it by ear. We're gonna keep track of it to see exactly how they're gonna execute the Bitcoin strategy. So hopefully everything works out, and we'll go from there. But as of right now, you can see here Bitcoin is staying above this level of 93,128, which is a good sign. That's a good sign for XX1, which is 21 Capital, which is the ticker symbol. XX1, sorry, XXI is the ticker symbol for 21 Capital. Okay, another thing that we want to touch on here is the Fear and Greed Index. It is sitting at 32. It's gone up past the prior of 31 and 23 and 20. So we were in the extreme fear in the last couple of weeks, and now it's in 32. So that means that it's still in the accumulation stage for the Wyckoff method. Well, Wyckoff method is basically the manipulation strategy that the smart money has employed. So again, going back to Wyckoff strategy here, we are in the accumulation stage for Bitcoin and the market. So we are going to be breaking up. That's what we have here. It's called a spring. Once you have that spring, it goes up into the markup phase, which means the demand is greater than the supply. So that's where the narrative comes in. The narrative of the markets, the news, is going to talk about how Bitcoin is going to be going to the moon. It's going to be hitting $1 million, and that's what's going to drive through the narrative. So they're basically going to propagate you. It's like propaganda to tell you that Bitcoin is going to be going up forever and it's never going to sell down. So it creates FOMO, and then the price starts rising up, and potentially they need. And this is the point where the distribution area happens, and then Bitcoin becomes overbought, or any sort of stock or assets becomes overbought, and that's when they start pushing it one last time. And this is where the news gets very heavy in terms of telling you that Bitcoin is going to be going to the moon. It'll never sell off. It's new. It's a new cycle. It'll never break or whatever. And then potentially people start running up even higher, and that becomes the exit liquidity. And then they start the next phase of the markdown, which they start selling off on us. And that's the cycle that they keep on happening again. So the markdown comes down, and then it goes into the accumulation stage again. So that's the manipulations that they always do on us retailers, and that's something that we want to front run, the manipulations from the Wyckoff method. That's what we do here at the TenX Profits YouTube channel. So if you want to follow along, please subscribe to your channel, because you want to front run the manipulations before it hits. So if you want to front run as well with us, please like our videos, spread it, share it, make comments, and tell me if you believe in the Wyckoff method as well, if it does exist, and subscribe to our channel. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.